welcome to the Strange Table, where strange games are played by even stranger people like Osiris.
Hi.
Kitten Mittens.
Hello.
Howzareth.
Hello.
Doc is the Valiant.
I am the strangest of them all.
And I am Fixer. We are here to Superfight, a game of absurd arguments.
To the
Indeed.
death.
This is a DLC available for Tabletop Simulator. You guys can go and buy it. It's usually like $3 or $4, I think, something along those lines. This is based off the card game. This is an official DLC, so no copyrights being violated here. Long story short, we each build up a superhero, such as a mad scientist, and we are given superpowers, such as has a beard made of bees. And then
Nice.
at that point, we all have our own superhero, and we are given a setting, such as we're all fighting in a deep-sea submarine.
Sounds dangerous.
And then at that point, we'll have some black cards available to each of us, and we can either play a black card, which is a superpower, either on ourselves or on someone else's superhero, such as having laser eyes. Obviously, you're going to want to play it on yourself because you don't want to give any other superhero, additional powers. But there are some pretty bad superpowers in here as well. So you can really cripple somebody else's superhero.
I would give those laser eyes to my bees.
And then we fight. We duke it out. We argue on whose superhero could beat who. And if things aren't getting settled, we introduce
Dun dun dun.
a purple card, which is probably not a good idea to do that one. Let's do a different one.
Well, it still would.
Like the fight is happening in a very heavy fog, and that could influence the fight at that point one way
You
or
ain't got
the
no
other.
laser eyes in a fog, buddy boy.
See, there you go.
It cuts
Perfect
through
example.
it like butter.
There you go.
Like butter, you can't believe it's not butter.
All right. I'm just gonna delete these.
Ow.
All right then. So let's shuffle these up. Wonderful. All right, so first off, we need to each draw 3 white cards. All right.
Mine.
Now we need to draw 3 black cards.
Oh, that was the whole set.
Don't take the whole set.
Yeah, it's
I
not
want-
fun to take the
I
whole set.
want all the powers.
Oh boy. So, we now have 3 superheroes and 3 superpowers. You get to choose which superhero you want, and then you discard the other 2. Now, there is a possibility that you get to play 2 superhero cards. Sometimes it'll be one, you'll have a card that says one superhero is like riding the other superhero. So it's almost like you get to play 2 cards. But if you don't have something like that, then you have to discard 2 cards. You could just put them on the table face down if you would like.
Do we have to try to win?
That's up to you.
It's up to you.
Okay.
Ah, why can't I see these? That's the...
All right. So go make sure you discard 2 of the superheroes and then choose one of the powers.
Man, my one is sort of like the 100 ducks or duck-sized horses or 100 horse-sized ducks. Well, that thing.
Where's the discard pile?
Well, just put it in front of you. There isn't a single discard pile because sometimes you need to draw back from that pile. So just put it out in front of you. And then I just put my 2 cards face down in front of me for the reveal. And once everybody has their cards face down, then we'll...
Only discard the white ones. Stars.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I did. These are the cards I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
So
Yep.
we move the white cards or not?
Well, just put the cards are just... Well, you can just... It doesn't
Can I
matter.
just
Leave
leave
them...
them?
You could just leave them in your private area. It doesn't really matter.
Oh my god,
Just
this is freaking tough.
Focus. Keep your cards.
What? Why?
Because
You're gonna need them.
you may there's times where you may need to refer to them.
And you'll definitely need the black ones you discarded.
Why do I need to refer?
Because sometimes you'll get a card that says you get to use a second superhero.
Oh well, I guess I don't get a second superhero.
You'll need the black cards as well that you discarded.
Yeah, you need the black cards. Don't discard
They're
any
in
black
your pile.
cards.
Okay.
They're in the pile I gave you.
Okay.
All right, everybody should have the one white card and one black card
Where
that
did they
they
get these?
want to play on the
Yep.
table. All right, so we're going to do a reveal. We're going to start with me, and we're going to go clockwise to Osiris. I am the smoke monster, and I am 100 stories tall. What are you, Osiris?
I am a MacGyver on a velocipede.
Holy shit.
Me?
Yep, you.
I am the Hulk, and I am invisible.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Get wrecked.
I am a giraffe that is a hypnotist.
Oh my So clearly, Alzarath has no chance at all in this fight.
Unless he
I
locks
like to
eyes
think
with
that-
you.
I would like to think I am wearing a monocle, thank you very much, so I am a super villain.
So, Talkus, what are you?
Oh, the great Talkie Talk. Okay. Talkie Talk is a blob that is also 10 stories tall.
Oh, you share height.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat all y'all.
The blob
So
is
he's-
pretty formidable.
So you're a big blob and he's a big smoker's fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm the smoke monster from Lost. That's what it is, the smoke monster.
Well, I'm sneaky sneak.
Are you?
And then I pound you.
I'm not poisonous, but I can grab people and tear them to shreds.
Yeah, well, I can make you cluck like a chicken.
Is there like a smoke monster like a thing?
Okay.
Because I'm not scared of smoke.
It's from Lost. That's
So-
what
Oh, okay.
So now we're pulling location.
Yep, so what we're doing now is we're going to pull a location which may or may not make our heroes stronger or weaker. So here we go. We are in space.
In space!
I think that breaks you apart,
Who, me?
Fixer.
Yeah, you're in a vacuum of space. Your smoke's
Yeah.
gonna just go everywhere.
I think everybody just suffocates and dies, and nobody wins.
First of all, MacGyver suffocates and dies. The Hulk suffocates and dies. A giraffe suffocates and dies. The blob, however, well, it is a living organism.
But we have not played our second powers.
We have not. And I am a supernatural being. I would like to point that out.
Yeah, but you can
I
still
would also like to
dissipate it
point
in
out
space.
that the smoke monster can be however tall he wants to, so the 100 stories tall thing is
It's
kind
pretty
of
weak.
Well,
like you're just kind of being limited there.
I'll just put it this way. My other two cards were weaker.
Wow.
All right, so now we have two black cards left in our hands. We'll have a choice. We can either play one of them on our own superhero, or we can play one on somebody else's superhero.
So who goes first?
I go first, and I don't really have much of a choice, but I think that Talkus is my primary competition here. And Talkus, you are a blob whose hands are covered in butter.
Okay.
He's a buttery blob.
I don't have any hands, Fixer.
That's a good
my
point.
other card is worse, so
You're,
let's
you're a
just go
buttered
with that.
blob.
I don't have any hands.
Not anymore, you don't.
He's kind of slippery anyways.
No. The blob isn't slippery. He grabs things. When the
sticks to
blob
him.
touches you, it sticks to him, and you can't get out.
So now he's more like the country crock blob.
Oh. Now he just slide. You just slide right off him.
pretty much.
Yeah, that kind of negates him.
T-foul, Tolkus.
So Osiris, what do we got here?
Well, MacGyver on a velocipede has no way of really defeating anybody with these extra powers here except for Kitten.
What?
You now have no bones. You're an invisible Hulk with no bones. You're basically Tulkus now.
No,
What?
that's rude.
Yeah, you are now worthless. You can't even
Yeah,
support your
you're-
own
oh
weight.
my
You can't even
God.
move. You're just going to float around in space, and nobody's even going to see you or know you're there. How's that feel?
Feels
just
okay,
trapped. You're just
'cause-
trapped in the vacuum of space with nobody there to care.
Well, I mean,
Bye-bye, Hulk.
I'm pretty defensive, I guess.
There's
Alright.
nothing you can do. You're dead.
You can't find me. How are you gonna kill me?
We don't even know that you're there, and you can't do anything to us, so
Yeah,
you might as
we
well not
don't-
even
Might
exist.
I add, how are any of you surviving in space
I-
without being able to breathe except for Fixer
And
Exactly.
and Tulkus?
are you arguing against yourself here, buddy?
I'm arguing against everybody.
All right.
No, you're arguing for Tulkas and Fixer.
Okay, here's what I think, though. Here's what I think, okay? I think, right, that the question is who dies last, okay? So the humans, they die off, a few minutes, the smoke, like, that's just dissipates. That's gone.
No,
Then
whoa. Before you go any further,
We
I'm
have to
not
finish playing
smoke.
Towers.
I'm the smoke monster. This is an actual character in a movie or in a TV show. Just like the Blob is,
Wait.
and just like the Hulk is.
I
So
thought
what's your
the
dissipation
smoke
rate?
monster isn't even
I'm
real.
supernatural. I don't die.
Wait,
Well, that's a problem.
Okay. Al is right though.
That is
Kitten
not
still
true.
has
They
card-
absolutely
Yeah, we
killed
have
the
to keep
smoke
playing.
monster.
they did kill the smoke monster.
Only after they got to the heart of the island, or no, what was it? The heart of the island, and they turned him mortal.
I feel like being
So I vote we do that to fix her and make him mortal.
Well, first of all, let's
Yeah,
get Kitten
seriously.
to play her card.
I feel like being immortal is kind of cheating.
No, because
Yeah, a little bit.
I think
Well-
we can play off of what happens in canon stuff, and we made him mortal.
See so Kitten does have a little bit of a point. There is a point in the show where they turn him mortal and then kill him.
Okay, now it's Kitten's turn to play a card, though, so...
Okay, it's just a question of who I give this to, because
I'm a hypnotist giraffe.
I'm conceited.
I really do think it's funny that Kitten is basically the same as Tulkas now.
I want to.
Except she can scream smash.
But she can't even,
She can talk.
absorb anybody.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah. You can scream it, but we can't hear it.
I really enjoy Al's creature.
The
So-
hypnotist giraffe.
I wanna give you this and add it to your being. I
Armed
want to
with a-
give you armed. I want you to be armed with a live T-Rex head on a stick.
Sweet.
I think it's unfortunately I think it's moot. You're in space and
Giraffes can't breathe in space. I know.
Yeah.
But
Well, the only other thing I had to use was controls weather, but there's no weather in space.
Yeah,
So.
but I happen to have this other little card that says can only be killed by beheading.
Oh, nice.
Oh, shit, son.
So now I'm a hypnotist giraffe in space
Damn.
with a live T-Rex head on a stick that can only be killed by beheading.
Well,
Alright.
I'm glad I sided with the winner.
So he's a fucking Highlander, too.
well,
Yeah.
hold on. I can behead. I'm the smoke monster.
Can you behead? Can
You're
you?
in space.
The smoke monster can tear people to shreds.
No, we made you mortal.
And you
No.
can't do that if you're hypnotized.
That's a good point.
That's
That's
true.
You're in space
Tulkas-
clicking like a chicken until you dissipate.
Tulkas.
Okay. So I am. This is a good one, man. I am can clone self, but each clone is half the size of the previous. So I'm a blob that is 10 stories tall and can clone self. So I have like a 5-story tall clone and a 2.5-story tall clone, and I'm going all the way down.
Classic Tulkas. He's such a nuisance until he wins.
He's
Or-
still just slippery butter.
Yeah, but he
Still.
can clone himself to be so infinitesimally small that nobody can actually find him.
All right, so I think that Kitten and Osiris have been killed off.
I can clone
I
myself
died
to be only
immediately.
one
As soon as we
attribute.
just went to space, I'm dead, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to do damage to anybody else.
I think Al came from behind with a very good card, but I feel that I trumped that card as the smoke monster.
Okay, so here's what I think, man. I think that obviously, the 3 of us are the big thing. So the question is, how long does it take? Does my blobbiness, do I dissipate in space, or I fall apart, or what?
I don't think you.
I think you would be solid enough to just be in space.
Right,
I
if
don't
we're-
think you're going to tear apart.
If we're going off the movies, then
I have not
you
seen
can
the movie.
only grow. You can only live and grow if you're consuming other physical matter.
Well,
That's a problem.
he probably consumed our dead bodies, so
Well,
Right.
if we go by, whatever.
So
enemy
I've
Hulk.
eaten-
He consumed
okay,
a
so
Hulk.
You get
That's a
killed
lot to
by-
consume there.
regular
I've eaten-
humans.
No, I'm munching on a velocipede right now, so I'm good to go, man. I have a velocipede in me. I'm munching through all the little legs. All the little
So
legs.
I
That's
propose
true.
we play a purple card to help us decide.
Yeah, because
Yep.
I just realized Tulkas has another creature inside of him that is kind of scary.
It's
Yeah,
not
but that
inside
other
of me. He's
creature's
digested
dead.
it.
The funniest fighter wins.
Oh,
Okay,
Alzaroth
it's
won.
Al wins.
Alzaroth won.
It's out there.
Indeed.
Good
My
job.
monocle giraffe.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Duh.
But I think mine was the coolest. The way
Yours
my
is
two
a
black
giant
cards-
buttery blob. So
I mean,
that's
the
kind
way
of
my
neat.
two black cards lined up. I think it's cool.
Well, he could just lay down on the ground in front of you. You slip and fall and kill yourself, cracking your head open or something.
But I mean, just imagine like the idea of like a million tiny blob clones, like covered in butter, just all like wiggling around. I think
in
that's
space.
I also feel like this is the point in the video where you guys throw up your polls and let viewers vote as well.
That's a very good.
That actually is a good
Who's
choice.
the YouTuber here?
So, I guess we'll have you guys vote on this one. There's going to be a poll. If you click the little I in the top right, you can vote on the poll. And choose who you think actually won the fight based on the conditions and the environment.
In the Twitch chat, Witmitamuta is voting for me.
I don't know about that. We'll have to wait until she catches
He
up
says,
to the stream.
Quote, Torcus my blob buddy.
That was when we started.
That's not a vote.
No.
But Roberta shall be voting in Twitch stream.
Talkus is still a fascist. We're in a
So-
completely different game, and he's still a fascist.
So I feel like Al won with us, and then we'll find out who the viewers decide won.
Yep.